In this lab, I'm going to be configuring the wireless router in Windows. Step 1, we already plugged in the wireless router to power. I've booted the computer and logged in as the administrator. I'm going to connect the computer to the wireless router with the Ethernet cable. Let me put it in here. Okay. And I'm going to open the command prompt here. We've put it on the desktop. And I'm going to type in the IP config /renew. And that brought up our IP address here, which is the 192.168.1.130. And the device that took the role of the default gateway is the router. Okay, next step, I'm going to log into the wireless router. I'm going to open a browser here and type in our IP address. Oops, first I'm going to get out of here. Press enter. Typed the IP address in, and here is our Windows security box. I'm going to type in my username and password. Then we are going to go to the setup section. This wireless router already entered in all of the information for us, but here's where the IP address is and the subnet. It's also the IP address here too. This is the maximum number of users. So we've already finished that part. We're going to save our settings. Okay, next I'm going to configure my wireless settings. I'm back in a web browser again, typing in the IP address. Typing in our username and password. And we're in the wireless section. So now we are gonna, okay, so this router doesn't have 5 gigahertz wireless settings. It's only the 2.4, so I'm skipping step 5. I'm going to the 2.4 part, which starts on step F. So I'm gonna click on the network mode, and the technology supported are B and G. So I'm going to click on mixed, and the default SSID is the DDWRT. So I am going to type in the Cisco instead, and we're going to choose channel 8. So I'm going to click on the wireless channel, and the channels that are listed are 1 through 14. I'm going to select the channel 8, save settings, and then we're going to close the browser. Okay, step 6, I am connecting the computer to the wireless network. I've just unplugged the Ethernet cable from the computer, so we are going to go into the control panel now, and we are going to click network and sharing. Connect to a network. Here is the whole list of all of the networks that are available. And right there is the Cisco 8 that we created earlier. We're going to click connect automatically and connect to the network. I've set it to the public network when I tried this already before, so it's already set to that. And then we're going to close. Now we're going to hide the SSID, so I'm opening up a browser. I'm going to type in the IP address. We are going back into the wireless. Okay, now we are going to go into our basic settings here, and we are going to disable the SSID broadcast channel 8. We are going to save it, apply settings. The question on here asks why we would disable an SSID broadcast. It's for security purposes, so no one else sees your network name. So now we're going to go back into the control panel, our network and sharing center, connect to a network, bunch of networks available, but no longer the Cisco 8 that we created. Okay, now we're back in our networks and sharing center. We're going to click on Manage Wireless Networks. And there is our Cisco 8. I am going to double click on it and click on the connect even if the network is not broadcasting its name. We're going to click OK. We're going to go back to the networks listed, and our Cisco 8 is back up on there. Okay, now I'm going to add security to the wireless network. I am connected to Cisco 8. Going to open my browser. We're going to get back into the settings. Okay, now we're back in our wireless. We're going to click on wireless security. I'm going to do our drop down box here and select WPA2 personal. For the passphrase, okay, we are going to type in ITEV 6.0 exclamation mark in for the passphrase and save. And we're going to apply settings. So now that we've changed the passphrase, we are no longer connected to the wireless router. Why? We entered in a password, and so now in order to connect to it, we have to enter that password in first. Okay, step 9, connecting the computer to a secure wireless network. We are going to open to see what wireless networks are available. We're going to click on our Cisco 8. Connect automatically is checked. Now it's asking for the passphrase we typed in earlier. ITEV 6.0 exclamation mark and OK. And we're now connected. Okay, step 10, cleaning up. I reconnected the Ethernet cable to the computer. So now we are going to restore the configurations to factory. So I'm going to go back into my settings. Okay, so once we're in, we're going to click on the administration tab and factory defaults. Restore factory defaults, yes, and apply settings. Yes, we want to erase previous settings.